Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to Creative Attempts with the Red Fox. I'm your chaotic creator, Zachary Foxx, and it's fantastic to have you here for the first time or returning to watch me make another attempt at making the thing. Speaking of new guests, Raven and Jetta, welcome to the den. Thanks for following. Come make yourself comfy. Also, as pertaining to last night's stream, we had a big scuff. The damn microphone wouldn't work, and we went through everything we could think of before calling off the broadcast. It wasn't until after we did so that we did the one thing we hadn't, and that was uninstalling and reinstalling the microphone, that it would start working again. But by then, the two of us were very indignant and not in the mood. However, one thing that did pull us out of that mood a bit was that Panda texted us and asked us if we were okay. Since they didn't see the stream, they were concerned, and that reminded us of the people who really give a damn and why we keep going. So thank you, Panda. We really needed that last night. We appreciate that. You will have to forgive me. My energy is shit today. I just could not get out of the energy hole. It is, hey, Chubbybearchef, thank you very much for coming in. Good to see you. Happy that you're here because you are now our star guest. Let me get through the script first. Hang on, I'm tripping over myself. As I was saying, I just can't get myself out of the energy well. I've had several cups of coffee. I've gone on 2 walks. It's just not happening today. I've reached my wall, and it's not backing down. So let me put this on. 1 second. Oops. Excuse me. Let me just put that on the scotch. Put it all the way at the beginning, and loop it. There we go. Alright, that's the synthwave stuff. Okay, so, speaking of Chubbybearchef, he took Nitto and I out of town last week to attend this annual food show, which is basically a little convention for food sellers and the vendors they buy from. It's not really open to the public as it's business, but it's still fun. So, I took a few pictures to show you guys what one looks like, and let's see if that is... Yes, it is still up. Okay, great. So, let's just do a quick little slideshow. I will make... So, these were... So, as it's a food show, they want to show off. And, wow, they showed off. This was dessert on the first night. So, the first night, it's like customer appreciation, and they had, let's see... They had just the desserts and everything, and like these giant bonbon-looking things. That's mousse in a chocolate shell and everything. And you have like the limoncello cake, iced americano, blah blah blah. I was of low appetite tragically that night, so I only had one of these and a couple drinks. And but these, it was hard to get this shot because every other dessert table was already dissipating. Like, you can see the little stains from the other desserts right here. It was... They were going fast, so I had to snap this quick before someone got in the way or something, and I lost the shot. So, it's done by Performance Foods. You get, this is just the convention room, just a bunch of people talking, milling about. Funnily enough, they used this picture to signify where the water station was, and it was just one of those, like, okay, this is salt life, why are you, okay? It's just, I guess they said water equals water no matter what, but that's not the image I would use. Live music and everything, and then some guy got up and they did a quiz. It's not like you have the crowd in the palm of your hand. This guy held the crowd in an iron fist. So, Chubbybearchef and I, we had a lot of laughs on that. That was very amusing. So the next day, it's just basically just business as usual. So you have all of these tables, and they're filled to the brim with every business's nonsense. So you have for example, you have all of this cleaning supplies and everything, and then this was the leftmost part of the room. People were filling in over here. And then you'd go in, it was guiding you through a loop like you would in a supermarket. You know how the start of it has the produce section or the bakery or something. There's always something at the front. And it's designed to guide you. So you have all the meats and everything. It was very heavy meat themed. Like, you got cowboy nonsense over here the first night, and then the second day it was just, I think this year's theme was meat in general, or else the meat industry is doing very well this year. So there was like ribs and everything, and then we dodged the crowd and went to the end first and worked our way backwards. Do not recommend. It's like swimming upstream against a flow of people. But I tried to keep my pictures to, like, okay, this is what it generally looks like. It looks like a fucking con room, you know? Yeah, me. It looks like the dealer's den in any kind of con or anime convention or anything. It's just people doing business. And they have... I just thought this was... I tried to take pictures of the most interesting looking tables. Like, if it caught my eye, it got on the thing. So, you know... It's just one of those moments where you think, you never really stop to think of it until it's kind of like right in front of you. It's like, yeah, where does that shit come from? Where would I go to buy takeout boxes? Where would I go to buy industrial strength kitchen cleaner? And this is everything a food seller would need in order to have a business. You know, you have your takeout cups, you have your paper products, you have your cleaners. I thought, you'll have to forgive some of the quality of these shots. My phone, you know, it's an iPhone, so the moment a new thing comes out, it goes to shit. My phone wasn't really on the best sharpness quality, but I thought the arrangement here was nice. I mean, check out the stretch on that cheese. It's, hey, Pandemonium, thank you very much for coming in. I was just singing your praises at the start. Good to see you. Just showing a little slideshow of the food show we went to last week, and trying to quickly get through it and not, you know, bore everyone like Patty and Selma Bouvier on one of their carousel nights. So I loved the stretch of the cheese here. This is some cartoony shit, because I never see that in real life. That's for advertising only. Sorry. Red Bull, of course, is everywhere, so they had a thing. I mean, I really appreciate that people will go through the trouble of backing in a fucking Jeep or a sports vehicle for a promo. It's just, they had to set that up. And I appreciate the hard work that they go through to do that. Yeah, it's just flashy, and they're just handing out Red Bulls and shit. And they were doing something that I never really thought of before. Like, you know, the taste of Red Bull isn't all that pleasant. It's Red Bully. It's it's energy drinky. It's not that nice. So what they were doing was they were fusing it with, like, you know, you use a syrup, and no shit, really? A semi? Like, into the convention center itself or outside? Cause that's awesome. I mean, it's probably tracking in a crap ton of mud on the carpet, but good God. So they were infusing shit with the syrups, and it really does make the Red Bull taste better. It's, wow. Right into the con center. That's awesome. I'm sorry, I missed that. So, and, it wasn't until I started living here in Fargo, and with an individual who had a, I'm not going to divulge information online, but, they have to watch their sugar. So, sugar-free, the next time you're in the market, look at sugar-free options, and you'll notice just how crap they are. It's like you have vanilla, you'll have caramel, and that's it. Every other flavor is there, except, but it's only sugar contained, or it only contains sugar. There's no sugar-free options. It's bullshit. And when you're trying to watch your sugar intake and using, like, sugar-free options, there's just nothing fucking there. So I was very appreciative of, like, more than just fucking vanilla on this list. But they used it for their truckload deals. It was with... Oh, wow. All right. That's awesome. And truckload deals. That's hilarious. Well, yeah, I highly recommend using flavored syrups when drinking a Red Bull, because it really masks the nasty. This guy had these really nice-looking salads, and because it's the Midwest, I'm reminded of that Midwestern mom on her Instagram. She goes, Minnesota salads that aren't really salads. She's very cute. I highly recommend her. She's very amusing. And just... the bakery. They had muffins. I asked the representative, "Hey, can I see inside the machine?" Because she was showing it to another customer, and it's like, yeah, nacho cheese comes in a bag. Well, how else do you want it to come? You know, but I really fucking love the color. I don't care if it's artificial. I love bright yellow cheese sauce. It's just visually appealing, as artificial nasty as it is. But the way it works is that, I can't fucking remember. Right, like up in here, there's like this tray for an extra. And then you have the bag situated vertically with the little spout on the bottom, obviously. And then there's like these rotating bits that whenever you push to dispense, they rotate, and I guess they squeeze the bag or something. I didn't get too much of a good look, but there was that. Let's see. Oh, I thought this was funny. Whole boneless, skinless chicken. That was witty. It was witty. And chicken and waffles. It was nice. This was interesting. Oh, so right here, avocados. They opened up the avocado, they'd have them, and they vacuum sealed them. Apparently, they last a really good time, a really good amount of time in this state. And it was just a presentation of avocado I hadn't seen before. And I was like, oh, that's an idea. And doing it while the avocado is still firm, so it's like not instant guacamole in the bag, I thought that was smart. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Better shot of it. Individually wrapped avocado halves. It kind of gives Whole Foods vibes, but... One of the bread stations, I fucking love bread. I fucking love bread. And you got your oil and vinegar right there. Let's see. Pizza boxes. It's fun. And I just enjoy the graphics here. This is just... you get your classic brown cardboard, but this, I like this more. The bleached cardboard is just more, you get it more striking. You have white, black, and red. That's it. That's the only color scheme, and it really pops. It's awesome. It's awesome. And fries. Pizza fries, it was a fun idea. My favorite sweet potato fries, and that's just like completely dusted with so much sugar, as it should be. Riches, oh, right. So this bitch, this woman had this lovely idea of using this pita bread and getting, like, it looks like a fucking chocolate sundae on that thing. They had, like, cheesecake pieces and marshmallows, chocolate whipping cream, or... No, it was mousse. She put fucking mousse on this shit. It looked awesome. And she said, like, the pita bread's flavor profile is so neutral, it doesn't matter that you're using it for one thing or another. Usually you would think of using savory things for this stuff, but it was, like, it was fun. I loved her idea. And then she had, let's see, gorgonzola, prosciutto, peaches, and a vinaigrette. And I thought that was cool. And it sounded really good. Just fucking love the layout of this shit. It was bright, it was there. I was like, oh, well, that's nice. How can you lose with a cookie cake? Or a cookie the size of your face, right? Just really nice looking flatbread. Oh, I didn't. I was just. I mean, everything looks so good, and you could sample so much. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go up to these tables and then sample something, talk business. But because I was Bearchef's +1, I don't really have any business doing business there. But it was nice just looking at everything. And he has a very unique idea for ice cream that he was talking to one of these reps about. And they forwarded him to someone else, but I won't spoil it. It's very unique, and I'm actually looking quite forward to taste testing it. I will be his guinea pig. And I want this to work because it's quite outlandish of a fun idea. I love it. So there was that. And for some reason I was just not in the eating mood that day. And of all days to not be hungry. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. And I just fucking love bread, guys. It's awesome. I can't do keto. It's just against my nature at this point. They got... it was display only, but it looked like it's a dessert pizza. You got, I'm going to guess, canned cherry pie filling with your graham cracker something on the top, or a crumble of some sort. And then... Oh, you are? Oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Ice cream makers are awesome. I think we have one. Oh yeah, we do. Oh shit, that thing's buried in the kitchen somewhere. Fuck, we haven't made ice cream in a while. But yeah, and then you got your frosting on that, and that looked amazing. Like chunky, It comes in a bucket, guys. It comes in a fucking bucket. Yes, it's restaurant grade, but guys, it comes in a bucket. It comes in a bucket, guys. Oh, let's see. Look at the size of this fucking cheese wheel. They were just, like, chipping pieces off the block. Or off the wheel. I just thought that was awesome. It's like, yeah, you've heard of cheese wheels. You've seen them in Skyrim and shit. But what does it come in? Right? But it's like, I've never seen a cheese wheel in action or actively being used. This was just fun and unique. And then like they had a soft cheese. I'm gonna say a blue cheese because you can see the molding here, but that was fun. What was this? Oh, I just liked just how it's an individual little cake, and I just thought the packaging was very dainty. It was politely packaged. It was nice. And the gold foil really sells it. And let me see if I can't say this. Profiteroles. If there's no... Yeah, profiteroles. Let's see. What was it? Lemon cream grandmother tart with roasted almond. I mean, all of this shit looked so good. And what was it? Oh, Chubby said that when he was in... What was it? You were in... Fuck. Culinary classes. You would come to these things and just, like, go hog wild. I mean, you were a culinary student. You had business doing here, but you just went from table to table just grabbing samples, right? I mean, I don't fucking... Not a jury would blame you. This was one of my favorite tables. There was something like this last year, but like they had like all these grains lined down. It was just this bed of dry pasta. There was no one here, but it was just this lovely display of all of their dried pasta. I mean, it's fucking awesome. It's just visually pleasing. It's a lovely little mess. And out of all of these, I'd say the tricolor rotini and the egg noodle swirls and the shells are my absolute favorite shapes. And if I had to choose a stick pasta, angel hair all the way. Absolute favorite. That was in... Wait, did I... Yes, I just took 2 pictures. That's it. We were coming up on, like, the salsa... Oh, yeah, this was the salsa area. It was just colorful. Huge thing of... I think that was guacamole. I really hope it's guacamole. There was a stand here. Let's see if I got it. Yeah. These were free. You could just grab one and that was it. It was so cool. They're still sitting in the kitchen unopened, but I can't wait to try it. There were 4. This was the like habanero stuff. It's way out of my spice range, but it says 4 seafood, but like it's for like cocktail sauces and shit. Then you had chili chapala or chapala. I haven't tasted that yet. And then you have your blah blah your more mild salsa. It's interesting when you see something like this in a non-food space. And it kind of just reminds you, like, you can take these fucking things anywhere as long as you have an outlet. Like, it's just fun to see these things out of their element. It's unique, it's interesting. Guys, look at the glaze on them biscuits! Look at it! Look at it! Then you got into the produce. This is closer to the front. Like I said, the produce is almost always the first thing you see in a supermarket. This was one of 3 different ice sculptures that they had around the con center, and ice sculptures are just awesome. It's this complicated thing made of ice. Yeah, they had a real good time with glaze. I'm regretting not trying one. But, you know, produce arranged in a very visually appealing way. I mean, look at all them mushrooms. Look at all them fucking mushrooms. Everything stacked in there. It was... I mean, I hate broccoli, but this is very visually pleasing. I loved how they arranged this shit. And my favorite favorites are green onions. Well, one of. Then just all just look at all the peppers, dude. Everything just looked so vibrant and pleasant to look at. And then you got these... I have no idea what these are. Death. I have no idea what this is. I want to call it an octopus orange, or an octo orange, because it looks like it has fucking arms on that thing. Did you know that octopi and squid don't have tentacles? They have arms. One has arms, one has tentacles. I forget which is which, but tentacle actually is something different. So, then just... I have no idea why I did this. It caught my eye and I said, oh, picture. Veggies in a bag. In a bag. And then just the shrink wrap of the celery. It made it look like it was frozen in ice. I was just a very pleasant visual. And just tubs of prepped veggies, which is just... I like the convenience of this idea. I would never have any use for this amount of chopped onion, but I kind of like that it's available, you know? And then this was there last year. They did a fucking Dagwood burger and on a bed of hot Cheetos. And if you don't know what Dagwood means, there was this comic strip, I want to say back in the 40s or the It's a very old strip. I don't think it's running anymore, but it was called Dagwood, and it was about this, regular guy who worked a 9 to 5 with his, about his wife. He was more cartoony, and his wife looked more human. It was a very unique style choice, but anyway, the thing is, he would make these obnoxious sandwiches. Like, he would stack them, like, as tall as his body height. You'd usually see Shaggy and Scooby do this in Scooby-Doo. But it's called a Dagwood, after the guy Dagwood, because he would do that. So, if you didn't know what it was called, now you do. And then this was the entrance. I caught this when we were leaving. They really did the cowboy theme up this year. It was fun. And then right there was, excuse me, complimentary coffee and biscuits and treats and shit. And that was it. We had fun. It was a pleasant experience, and I'm looking forward to going. Where's my mouse? There it is. I'm looking forward to going next year, and I will definitely be going and sampling a lot more. Okay, so as for the creative stuff, I'm actually still in my script, if you believe it or not. We'll be returning to the Blender tutorials today. That donut will be finished this week, come hell or high water. As for the... then we got home. Get this. We got home, and I got sick, like, the first night. I just wasn't feeling good. Nothing got me sick. I just dealt with it. I think I had too many drinks of too many different kinds across the day. It was, I made poor choices. I wasn't drunk, I was uncomfortable, and I had to deal with that. Poor Chubby. We come home, and he sits down. A half hour later, he's right to the bathroom. He is suffering. We don't know what it was. He did consume an entire bag of gummy lifesavers on the way home. It's his way of, keeping awake. Because I can only come up with so many things to talk about and before I conk out. But we could not... I mean, he had some of the meat stuff at the end before we left, so my money was on the ribs. But, like, oh god, how many people sampled that and how many people went home sick? But we have no idea. Something didn't agree with him, and he was very uncomfortable. Thankfully, he got better. Obviously. I made it home. Okay, so news on the affiliate status. For lack of a better way to phrase this, I feel that they moved the goalposts on us. Before last Sunday's stream, all I needed was 5 people talking at once in the chat room, and I think I got that. However, now I need to, quote, average 3 concurrent viewers, and according to their metrics, I'm at 1.84. I have no idea how you get 0.84 of a viewer, but that's where we are. Concurrent is defined as occurring, arising, or operating at the same time, often in relationship, conjunction, association, or cooperation. So the best I can glean from that crap is I need people to stay watching over an extended period of time, not just popping in, saying hello, and fucking off. Not that I don't appreciate you visiting and saying hi. I appreciate you coming in here. I just need to somehow get you to stay. It's averages and it's for a 30-day period. Oh. Okay. Fuck. I still don't understand. But I think it's... Does it mean people need to stay? Or... Yeah, you are worth 2 people. You are worth... No, I was. Oh God, no! I wasn't agreeing with the negative part. No, no, you're gonna make me. You're gonna get me canceled. You can't cancel me. I'm not big yet. But yeah, that's enough of the intro script. That was all intro script, by the way. Half of it was ad-libbed. But yeah, you're gonna get me canceled. Okay, so I looked it up, and it's like, need to stream at least 7 days and 12... Oh, come on! Oh, like, 7 days within the month? Because I've already beaten that out of the park. 3 times a week, yeah, like, within the 3rd week, I've already streamed, 9 times. If I have a good month and I don't have any vacation, please. I'm not earning any money yet. I don't have vacations. I take breaks. But, okay. Yeah, I was thinking, which is very dangerous for me to do, that I wanted to add another day to the stream schedule. Yes, but it's within a 30-day period, so like if you miss some and then you start again, it's like reset. It's not like you did it in the past. You're just, pissers. I'm never gonna get my book done. Whine, bitch. I'll figure it out. We can do the math offline or something. So, my idea today was I'm going to do a little bit of video editing. Or we're going to do a little bit of a bunch of things. We're going to test if I can't do Blender and stream on this computer. It's a lot more powerful than the mini PC. But let's see if it flies. Let's see if it has wings. And let's go into screen capture. We're going to... Where is it? Oh, come on. Don't play this now. Give me a minute. Let's add a source. Let's see. Media file, video capture device, screen capture, event list, stream label. No. Image slideshow. Could have used that. Never mind. Display capture. Capture your entire computer monitor. Computer monitor. I'm going to say... Wait, is there an application capture? Capture games and other applications. Or your entire monitor. Yeah. That's what I thought I was doing. Okay, let's bring this up. Let's see if anything's changed. Let me do a starting soon, and then back to live, and then the gear. Huh. Okay. I guess once it's minimalized... I cannot talk today. My God. Once it's minimized, it goes off the options. But, in order for this to work, I need to pause this and get this off. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to do a little video editing today. I was fucking around on the internet, as one is wont to do, and I found an old Japanese pizza commercial. I don't think the company's around anymore. I didn't check, but they had this great commercial. It's for Pizza La, and I wanted a clip of it. So here's... I'll let you guess what clip I want. Let's see if this has sound. I swear, nobody can advertise like Japanese companies. It's just... I love it. Alright, so let's zoom in and let's yank out what we don't need. I haven't used this in a while. Let's see. And this is the program I used for all the... where is it? I can't do two things at once. I can't work and talk at the same time. This is the stuff that I used when for all the clips of Bluey in the Redeemer box. So let's... Alright, we don't need that. Move this over. And then... switch it over here. Perfect. Split it, grab it, delete it. Now, let me zoom in. I like to get into the nitty-gritty. I want the exact frame where it stops. And perfect. Oh. Apparently it won't splice that thin. Damn thing won't splice that thin. Ah. And that sucks. Because I don't like that tag at the end. I get very itchy about it. It's like a tag on your clothes. It's itchy and annoying. Perfect. Didn't want the subs, and perfect. Let's see how that looks. Start, and... Let's see when... There. Clip. Delete. And... Perfect. That's going to be redeemed. Use the audio to adjust the volume. No, that's fine. One more time. Perfect. And how do I save my work? Media isn't backed up. Yeah, no, it's not. I haven't saved my shit. Give it a minute. We want... How do I finish this? God damn it. Your media, record and create, content, brand, untitled video, cloud. What am I... Oh, export. Here we go. We want 180, 1080p. There's no 4K. Perfect. All right. It won't let me... Open the file, and then pizza la arigato. No. Thank you. I'm gonna do the English. And I'm thinking I'm gonna save that for one of my buttons. There's a great fucking clip of Bluey's dad Bandit saying, oh, that's an idea. Here's another idea. I do what I want, and you don't tell me what to do. I have that on a button. However, that was on the old PC, and for some fucking reason, Stream Deck doesn't save that shit, or I wasn't logged in for some... It just didn't do what I needed it to do, and now it's all stuck on the old one, and I still have yet to figure out what the fuck to do. So I'm a little perturbed about, because I have so much shit on that computer that cannot go away. It cannot be lost. I need it. I'm not talking about just the porn. Alright, so I think that's all I needed to. Let's see if there's any. I doubt it. If there's any other videos or anything that I can fuck with. Oh, I did do that. I just did it on the Mac because I have Audacity on that computer and I didn't download it on this one. But I do have Dirty Boy, Dirty, Dirty, Dirty. That will be going up after the stream, I promise. You will be able to play with it during caffeinated Foxx hours. I'm sorry I didn't think of putting it on. Like I said, I hit my energy wall hours ago, and I've just been scraping and like digging my claws into it all day long. It's just been a mess. Let's see what's on volume D. Pumpkin Lord, no. Stream recordings. There's no raw shit. Yeah. Nope. We're done with video editing, so we're going to. There. All right. Now, okay. Moment of truth. Let's see. Rebirth your stream for Final Fantasy VII. I'd rather not. We have a hard time keeping it stable as it is. We're not trying anything new. Okay. Let's click Blender. Alright. Start Blender. Keeping an eye on this. Keeping an eye on the alerts. No new alerts. Alright. Okay. Let's screen cap Blender. Done. Awesome. Alright, I may actually be able to work with Blender on stream. This is great. Okay. And, ooh, that is smooth. Oh, shit. Don't even joke. Don't even joke. Naughty boy. Alright. So, open recent. Here's where I am on the donut tutorial. Uh-oh. Give it a minute. Looking for alerts. Okay, now that we have data on. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, it is just as smooth on my computer as it is on the fucking stream. This is great. So, beep beep. I'm actually holding my hands on the. Yeah, it's still cold. Good. I think we're fine. So, what I neglected to think of is that I need the video tutorial going. So, I don't think that'll fuck up with the, I think, I think I'm in more danger of having the, what's it called? The Japanese commercial on stream than I am with a tutorial video. So, let's cut off Nostalgic Synthwave, and let's do. Oh god, I've been looking at a lot of crap. And by crap I mean like critical as Freddy Fazbear and memes and shit. Just junk YouTube, really. Let's see, junk videos. Where am I? What am I doing? Where am I? What am I doing? Where am I doing? Blender tutorial for beginners 5. Okay, part 5, shading. Alrighty. So I'm gonna put this over here, and we're gonna listen to it. Alright. And the fun videos, yeah.
Before we continue, do a check over there, because I looked inside my donut and I saw this.
Oh god.
Which shouldn't be here, obviously, so Make sure you don't have any hidden meshes that should definitely not be there. You've only got your camera.
Wait a minute. Yeah, Blender video number 5. Why?
Donut your icing in your light. Okay. Okay, so materials. Let's do some materials. If we jumped into our render mode, that little button that I showed you on the first part that takes you into render view mode, you can see we've got a lamp and it's lighting our donut in a very depressing color.
Oh, I'm ahead of this. Oh, awesome. I'm farther than I thought. Great. I was wondering why I was doing all the things that I already did. Alright. Oh, great. Geometry nodes.
The time has finally come to decorate our delicious looking donut.
Here we go.
Some sprinkles. So the feature we need for that is called geometry nodes, and you can access it by going to the top of your screen. If you don't see it, just middle mouse drag across and you'll see the tab geometry nodes. Ooh. So it's adjusted your screen layout. Don't get disorientated. Your donut is still there. This screen on the left here, it's called the spreadsheet. Never needed it. Touch on wood, never will. So we can just close that. Right click, join areas, and then just collapse it into it. Okay, so with your icing selected, click the new button. So welcome.
Oops, alright. I've got to arrange my windows because my desktop is a mess of information right now. Let's see. Let me shrink. Okay. Okay, new button.
To the world of geometry nodes. So geometry nodes is actually a modifier. So when we hit new there, we've added in a modifier called geometry nodes. And what the modifier is doing is whatever we want it to. Okay. So what this section down here is, this is a node-based system, and it looks familiar, right? You got boxes with little lines, and it's the exact same type of system that was used in our materials, right? But it's a completely different system. Okay, so the same nodes will not be referenced between the completely different systems.
Just tell me what to do.
The way this works is our mesh that we've got here of our icing is what is being represented on the left-hand side with your input. It's then taking that mesh and it's feeding it all the way to the right, and it's going to spit out whatever is in your group output. So currently, nothing has changed because there's nothing between those points. But if I was, for example, don't follow.
What was that? Is it windy again? Okay. If you hear any random banging in the background, it's the fucking wind is strong enough to rattle the panes of my window.
Follow me, but just as an example, if I was to add a set position nodes, for example, don't wait, nothing has changed because there's nothing between those points. But if I was, for example, don't follow me, but just as an example, if I was to add a set position node, drop this in here, and then change the position of the icing along the Z axes, you can see it's raised it. Okay, now the mesh, if I go into edit mode, is still there. The mesh has not changed. So we're not actually moving the object. This is just happening after the fact via a modifier. Okay. Now, obviously, this would be a rather pointless use for geometry nodes to move it, because you could just move it.
Just tell me what to do.
As an example, let's say, I don't know, you had a scene where lots of objects, some of them are raised, some of them are not, and you wanted to quickly change them. What you could do with geometry nodes, in this case, you could actually expose this offset value by dragging it to the left over here. And when you do that, you can see it's now appeared over here in our modifier stack. What that means is whenever I'm in another part of Blender, say I'm like building stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to quickly, change the height of that icing, I've got it there whenever I need to. So essentially, this system enables you to build your own tool that does something that you want it to do in a really flexible way. So it's real.
Okay, I want a pony. Give me a pony. Geometry nodes, give me a pony. I want a pony right now.
Really powerful. And before geometry nodes, I mean, Blender was kind of limited in what you can do, but I'll throw some examples here. But in the last 2 years since it's been in Blender, people have done some wild stuff with it. And most of this stuff really was just not possible in Blender before without doing custom scripting. So it's really opened up the doors. So it is a very different system, like it's a different way of working than just hands-on in 3D, but it's a really flexible, really valuable system. So any time spent learning geometry nodes, I think, is time well spent.
So when are you going to teach me?
We want to do sprinkles, and to do that we need to first of all scatter some points onto our mesh. So to do that, hit Shift A for add, and then we're looking for point, distribute points on faces. Okay, and then it's
Okay. A for add, distribute. Oh shit, where was it? Geometry. Fuck. It takes not even 2 seconds and I'm already lost. 1 second. Okay, point. That's what. Point on faces. And now, bang.
or point, distribute points on faces. Okay, and then it's just it's just going to put you in a placement state. And if you just mouse over that line there till it lights up, if you click, it's going to automatically connect it for you. And now you can see we've got points on our icing and a density value. Great.
On our icing. Yes. Okay.
But you might notice the icing has actually disappeared.
No, my donut did, though. Let's see, what's under donut? No, it's there. Alright.
Now the reason for that is we've told it, okay, take that icing object and convert it into points and then just give us the points back. Okay, so what we need to do is say, yes, we want the points, but we also want the original mesh. So we can do that by adding in a node that you use all the time, which is Shift A, geometry, join geometry. So,
okay, stretch this out. Shift A, geometry, join geometry, and plop.
You'll find this node in probably any geometry nodes tutorial. Very versatile. So drop it in here after the points, and you'll notice this input here is a different shape. So normally inputs are circles or triangles or whatnot. This one is a long and elongated shape to signify that it can accept multiple inputs. So unlike these where you can only accept one, this can accept many. So what we need to do
It's a whore.
is take the output of our original mesh and then feed it over to here. And
Okay, putting this up here, and bang. Oh, good. The shit's back.
now we have both the original mesh and we have our points, and they're being combined together and then put into our output. Okay? Very cool. Awesome. All right, so if we were to give this a render right now, you would actually see nothing because these points don't physically exist. They just exist in the 3D space. If we want them to show up in the render, we have to tell it what do you want to render them as. So for that, we need to add an object to be our sprinkle. So your sprinkle could be whatever you want. We're actually going to make two different types of sprinkles in this donut series. So we're going to start though with a very simple one, just a round ball. So just like you would add another object normally, Shift A, and then go Mesh, and then go UV Sphere. Now,
All right. Mesh, UV sphere.
this sphere is going to be referenced for every single sprinkle. Okay, so we want to go as low res as we can get away with. So I'm going to go with 12 segments and then 8 rings.
12 segments, 8 rings. Well, oh, cool. Jesus. 12. That's a fun shape. I like that. And 8. Boop.
If you're on a really slow computer and you think this is really going to suffer later on, you could go even lower, but I don't want to go too low because otherwise we're going to see that jagged edge because it's a rounded form. So
Still
I don't
no
want to go too
errors.
much lower
Doing
than
good.
that. But I do want to adjust the scale because obviously this needs to be a tiny little sprinkle. So let's go 0.01.
Okay. 0.01. Itty bitty.
Okay. Awesome. All right, now with our icing selected again, you'll notice, by the way, that if you click another object, you don't see your nodes because it's only going to show you the active object's geometry nodes. So if you want the nodes to just be there no matter what. If you click the pin button there, that means no matter what is selected, it's only going to be showing you this object's, the one that we pinned, geometry tools. Okay. All right, so to reference, we need to reference that little sphere that we've just created in our geometry node system.
All right, we're doing sprinkle. There we go. And I think just leaving it there is fine.
You can do it very easily just by dragging down from your outline up here, just dragging it down into your geometry nodes and dropping it.
Alrighty then. Sprinkle. Wait a minute. Where's my... Oh shit. I don't think that's a problem. He didn't specifically say it must be on the icing object. So let's just work with it. Sprinkle. Bingo. Alright.
Okay. So now let's just create some room here. A little bit of space. Okay. And what I need to do is add another node to...
1 second. Let me arrange my nonsense. Try to copy as pinpoint as possible.
reference this object. And the node is Shift A, instances on points, the top.
Hang on.
Okay.
Alright. Shift A, instances on points, and he wants it here. Alright. Making sprinkles.
Then I want to drop it in here between distribute points on faces and my join geometry. So drop it in right there till it like
Very well. Boop. There.
lights up. Now the points have disappeared because we're now saying replace those points with whatever is in that instance input. So I'm going to take my geometry from my object info and drag it into the instance.
Okay. Geometry into instance. Click. Oh look, you can see little balls.
And look at that. We have got our spheres appearing all over it. And if I increase the density, we've got sprinkles. And if I do a...
Oh, that's why they weren't showing up. It's not doing anything. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's sprinkling, but it's sprinkling the donut. Not my icing. Something he neglected to mention. Even though I had... Well, shit. Fuck. What if I did... Shit. Let me look around a second. I sprinkled the donut, not the fucking icing. But that's not a problem, is it? It's only a problem if I hate it. And I don't. I don't hate it. Let the donut have sprinkles. Let it have cake. Let the fucking donut have cake. Let me go forward a bit. Let's see what we do.
Actually display. Doesn't look very good.
Yeah, let's fucking render this. How do you render that?
Hey, we've got sprinkles. And if I do a render, it will actually...
F12. Alright. F12. Ooh, can you see that? No, you can't. Hang on. Let me try again. Render. Where's the fucking render? Render image? Yeah, that's F12. Wait, where's my fucking camera? Here it is. Alright. How do I view viewer node, camera, set active camera, line view to active, line active camera to view. Perfect. F12. Alright, you can see it. Let's make sure you guys can see it. Let's do screen capture. Bang. The donut has sprinkles. The icing does not. Yes. I like that. I'm going to work with it. I'm done being frustrated. I'm done with bullshit. We're going to embrace bullshit. Let's embrace the bullshit. This is bullshit. But I'm not angry. I'm calm. Me being calm should worry a lot of people. So let me just finish this. We'll go back and we'll do it for the icing separately.
Until you display. It doesn't look very good. Hey, but it does work, which is the main thing right now. Okay, so first things first, you'll notice that as we increase the density, first problem is that they're crowding each other. They are straight up overlapping each other with no respect for its fellow sprinkle, right? Because it's just a random distribution.
Sprinkle anarchy!
By going here in our distribute points on faces, change it from random distribution to Poisson disc.
Poisson disc. We're doing Poisson disc. Alright.
Distribution. Poisson. Name. So it's changed, but that's just because it's changed your density max, so just increase it again.
Density max. There we go. Wee-oo. I'm giving it the pox. A pox on them sprinkles. A pox on your donut. Mold spores.
With this Poisson disc distribution, you get this extra value here, distance min. So now, if we can set a low value, we can start to delete. It's almost like each one of those points now is going to have a little radius around it. And if it detects a point within that radius, it's going to delete it. So we just need to increase it slowly, very, very slowly, until we can't see them intersecting anymore.
This guy has 3,000. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, he was like, on his screen, it's like fucked up like this. I think that's good.
To about there, honestly. If you go too high, like if you really wanted to make sure they weren't touching, you go really high. But
Alright. I don't want them touching either. So we're going to do... Oh, shit. Oh, he's doing it in like 0.0 increments. 0.02. 0.03? No, way too much. Yeah, he wasn't kidding. 0.05. That's good. That's enough. That's what I want.
it starts to look like too evenly spaced, you know? Like, yeah, it's not actually registering the other objects. It's like it's just doing this little radius thing, which just happens to be perfect for a ball-shaped object. But it's not like an advanced, like it's going to try to fill in all the gaps for you. So yeah, you just kind of, I usually set it to like a little bit of clipping is okay, but I don't want it to be too much. But let's go, yeah, something, I don't know, something like that. We'll actually adjust this later on. I'm just doing it just for this one. All right, a much bigger problem, if I hit Control Tab to go full screen here, if I look at my mesh, I've got sprinkles everywhere. And in fact, I've actually got sprinkles underneath the icing.
Yes,
And
I
that's not
do.
good, because it's actually going to put that in the render. Even though you won't see it, your computer is going to use resources to render little individual balls underneath the icing, which is not what we want, obviously. So,
No,
here,
sir.
what we need to do to fix this is we need to do weight painting, okay? It's not texture painting, it's a special thing called weight painting. So with your icing selected, if you go from your object mode, you'll see one there called weight paint. Now, your mesh will become blue, and weight paint is...
1 second. I'll have to do I'm gonna have to do this tutorial all over again, just so I can get it on the icing next. But yeah, we're just gonna stick it on the donut. We'll pretend that the donut itself was rolled in sprinkles while it was wet, and then the icing was poured over it. It's my world, and this is how I manifest it.
Painting, okay? It's not texture painting, it's a special thing called weight painting. So with your icing selected...
Okay, with my donut selected...
If you go from your object mode, you'll see one there called...
Object mode to weight paint. It went blue.
Weight paint. Now, your mesh will become blue, and weight paint is actually referenced in multiple parts of Blender. Like if you're doing rigging and animation, you would use weight painting a lot during the rigging step to assign values to certain bones. Essentially what it's doing is it's allowing you to paint a value between 0 and 1 onto any part of the mesh, and then reference that however you want. So we can then reference that weight paint mask in our geometry nodes and use this almost as, well, exactly as a mask for our sprinkles. So if we just do some paint right here on it, you'll see that we have some colors, right? Now these colors aren't going to appear in the render. It's just for you to visualize those values. The blue value means a value of 0, and the red value is a 0 of 1. I believe actually in, maybe not the next version of Blender, but maybe the version, I don't know, but they're planning to change the colors of this. So depending on the value, how late watching this you are, your colors might be different here, but it should be the same. Essentially, you should have a brush of 1, and you should be able to paint from 0, which would give a blue value in this case, to a value of 1. So whatever is 1, whatever is red, is where our sprinkles will go. But you'll notice that this is not having any effect. Okay, so we need to reference it. Now, that weight paint that we just did is actually, if we go to our data tab here.
Okay, so let's weight paint. That's interesting. And then we go to data.
It's actually a vertex group. Okay, so that's where that paint went. So you could actually create multiple weight paint types just by like creating them here. But we've just created one, and it's added one here for us. So we can give it a name by double clicking it, and let's call it Sprinkle Mask. Okay, and that, is it a mask? It's more of a density, sprinkle density, I guess. It's not masking out. Anyway, all right, sprinkle density. Okay.
1 second, let's do this correctly. There.
And where I want to reference this in my geometry node stack is in the distribute points on faces. There is one value here called density factor, which we got when we used the Poisson disk name. And this is just a value of 0 to 1. Very convenient. So if I drag out from here and then release...
Oh, shit. Pardon. Redo. Alright, good.
Just automatically connected. And the node that you're looking for is named in a new node. If I drag out from here and then release, I can add in a new node and just automatically connected. And the node that you're looking for is called the named attribute. Don't feel bad if you're like, well, how would I know that it's called the named attribute? Because it's called vertex groups over here. You think like, okay, I'm going to type in vertex group, but it's an attribute, but it's one of many attributes, and geometry nodes can do many things, so it's just called the named attribute. So anyways, All right, so underneath name, we're just going to click that box and you'll get a pop-up or pop-down, and you're looking for sprinkle density. And there it is. Aha. So now going back into weight paint mode.
No, it is not. No, it is not. Okay. Oh my god. I just got insanely tired. Like, a wave of exhaustion just hit me. I am gonna cut it here. Because I'm too tired to keep going. I fucked up. And the wonderful thing is that I can undo all of this, but we're only 12 minutes into the tutorial. It's not like the whole thing's a wash. Plus, I can make sure that I do it again correctly the next run through. But as it stands now, I haven't got a single dropped frame alert this entire time. We've been doing this for 12 minutes. We've been fucking around in multiple menus, multiple stanzas. You've seen a render, not a drop of lost activity. This is good. This means that I can fuck around on Blender on stream. So Blender is back on the docket for stream content. I am not going to save my work. Do not save. We are going to do this. I am going to do this offline and another day. Let me bring this back up. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I have lost the last bit of my energy. I am drooping. Not an espresso in the world would make this flower bloom again today. But we have to fuck around with espresso tomorrow for caffeinated gaming. I am going to be an audacious little shit, and I'm going to utilize Barley the Burr's Discord. He has a section called Promote Yourself. So I'm going to be an audacious little shit, and I'm going to put my poster in there. Respectively. I can't even word. I'm so tired. Okay, yeah. Foxy needs a nap. So, another thing is that it looks like, it's starting to sound like, thanks to Chuff's contribution in chat, it's starting to sound like I need to add another streaming day. And well, I can't math on a good day. I'm not going to try to math right now. I'm thinking changing Mondays to maybe MMO Mondays, because the creative attempts, I'm not getting flavor out of them. I'm feeling like, what do you guys think? I would like to know your opinion, what you're feeling. Is it something that you look forward to? Is it something you feel obligated to watch? I feel that I create better when I'm not being watched. It's just, like an artist doesn't want someone watching them paint. Well, I'm not saying all artists, because there's a fucking art category on Twitch. I'm literally using it right now. I cannot say that. That statement is completely false. I'm not getting the energy I want out of streaming creative attempts. I feel more panicked. I feel more anxious. I feel more stress than when I am creating by myself, when I'm focusing on something. Now, that isn't true with the posters. When I was fucking around with the SFM posters, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. but I already knew the program. And there's not a lot of art programs and creation programs that I have that provide that. And we're going to try and test. I'm going to try and test our. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try testing it right now. Let's see if it works. Steam, I summon thee. Library. We're going into creative development. We're going into source filmmaker. We're launching this motherfucker. Yes. Bring that window over there. We are configuring the screen capture. We're waiting for source filmmaker to start. Source filmmaker is not responding because it's loading. So maybe Mondays are poster making days. Because I need to configure shit around. Okay. It is still. Okay, test session. Select all. Test. Not toost. Test sesh. Create. Everything's stupid tiny again. Alright. It's loaded. Let's do live. Let's do screen capture. Let's do this. Alright. Okay. It's doing that thing again. It's doing that motherfucking thing again. Okay. Downloaded updated workshop files. Download the... Oh, shit. Oh, it's everything. Oh, that's right, I didn't launch it on this system yet. Oops. Okay. To subscribe... Alright, yes to all. Oh, this is gonna be a whole bleep of it. File. How did we do this? It was... Element viewer. Shut up. God damn it. It's gonna keep doing that and knocking me out of it. Oh my god. Alright, this is gonna take a bit. I just have to keep clicking yes to all, and it's just so annoying. Okay. Yes. My god. Needy little bitch. FNAF. Halo. Yes. Yes, they're using the same thing. Yes, they're using the same model. Oh my god, guess what? Something's using the same model. Same data. Oh no. Do you want to use both? Yes. Oh. What am I going to do with this data? Oh, I'm a program that doesn't know what to do. Oh. I'm just a level 1 program. I just put in a lot of input. We're going to watch this window rocket across the screen. Or are we? Oh no. Okay, it's responding again. Nope, there it is. Who would have thought? Goodness. Five Nights at Freddy's. Because I'm a basic bitch. And I have to have what's trending. No, I don't. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe next week I'll just fuck around and make a poster or some shit. But the whole reason I was doing it on Blender was that we were moving away from SFM. And, yeah, just ignore that. And trying to grow up and, well, not grow up. What am I saying? So I'm like, oh, only children use SFM. That's bullshit. I was trying to grow out of SFM and not have to rely on it. Anyway, I have a lot of thinking to do, but you guys go ahead and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate your support and your company. And we will caffeinate tomorrow, and we will be a menace in Hyrule. I'm just going to tackle Endgame. I'm ready to move on from Zelda. As much fun as the game is, we have a lot of other games, and I'm just dying to share them. And I'm thinking of adding an MMO Mondays. Instead of creative attempts, we're gonna do MMO Mondays, and then maybe creative attempts will be later in the fucking week. And then on MMO Mondays, we will lose track of time easier, and we can go longer, and you guys can join me. I will be playing multiple games. We can play Final Fantasy XIV. I don't have a purchased version yet, and all of my characters are really low level, and I can have no problem making another one. I am a horrible parent because I just collect my children. I create children and I collect them, including adoptables. It's a problem. It's a creative problem. But it's all digital, so it can't be like physical hoarding. It's not that bad. I said now. And then I'm also on World of Warcraft, and we still have Minecraft to play with. So, because I want to play with you guys. I want to play with you. I would love to be able to play with my audience. So, all of that said, I wish you a wonderful rest of your evening. Continue to punch that Monday in the face, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming in. Good night.